Faced with rising inflation, the European Parliament is hoping to guarantee a decent minimum wage for all. Lawmakers in Strasbourg examined a final deal that was negotiated with member states in June. A vote is scheduled for Wednesday, a positive outcome deemed certain. For this German MEP, the proposal sends a strong signal.
This directive is a very, very important step in order to tackle the structural poverty that we see in the European Union. Like, there's so many people who struggle to make ends meet even before we talk about inflation, even before we talk about the skyrocketing energy prices. So it's very important to get a structural change there into place, and this will benefit millions of European citizens.
The agreed legislation aims to ensure that minimum wages in all EU countries guarantee decent living standards for workers. It will apply to all those who have an employment contract or an employment relationship.
This is an end of era. For decades, European countries have competed among themselves where the workers are cheaper, where they are vulnerable, and that was so-called advantage. And this is the end of era when competitiveness is measured by a cheap and vulnerable labour force.
According to the text, member states will have to assess whether the country's lowest wages are adequate, taking into account their own purchasing power or socio-economic conditions. Member states will then be obliged to monitor whether employers apply the new rules. Maeve McMahon, Euronews.